we're joined by Chetan Bhagat, one of India's most widely read and debated authors. Returning to romance after a decade.
What that means is, what is situationship is like a confused relationship. That confusion exists. Parents come to the next level. They can be hurdles, yes. But the bigger one is this the right thing to do?
They've said you fetishized.
Fetishized,
Yes,
okay.
the purity culture.
Purity culture.
These are some of the things, the comments that have come just after your teaser was
What,
released.
what is pure? I think you should be extremely careful using terms like grooming. Grooming is a term that refers to minors. If some celebrity couple has gotten married and they look cute together and there's an age difference, then it's totally fine.
How different would you have written 5 Point Someone if you were to write it today?
I'm very aware that I'm a successful writer.
Your critics say they call it light reading.
Yeah, it is light, yeah. Should be heavy?
Welcome to Indian Express Online. We're joined by Chetan Bhagat, one of India's most widely read and debated authors. Over the past 2 decades, his novels have not only sold in the millions, but many have also leapt from the page to the big screen. 5 Point Someone became the blockbuster 3 Idiots. Two States turned into a hit rom-com, and Half Girlfriend and The Three Mistakes of My Life also found their way to Bollywood adaptations. His stories spark conversations, divide opinions, and shape how millions think about love, ambition, and relationships. His latest book, 12 Years, My Messed Up Love Story, marks his return to romance after more than a decade. And even before its release, it's already at the center of a debate. Is it a tender portrait of modern love, or does it risk romanticizing imbalance? Chetan, welcome.
Thank you so much, Aishwarya.
So, to begin with, you are returning to romance after a decade, after Half Girlfriend. Why did you feel that it was time now to return to romance?
Couple of things. Firstly, I people have really liked my love stories. Those are like Two States still remembered. That book came in 2009, and Half Girlfriend came in 2014. So it's been a while, but people still remember those. I think I have the ability to handle romance well. However, the thing with romance is it's always a boy meets girl story. So you can get repetitive. So until you have something fresh to offer, you will kind of tend to give more of the same. And I didn't want that until I got a central conflict in the story which was truly different, and I felt it's not come out as much. So Two States 2009 story was about boy likes girl, they like each other, and now parents are not convinced, and you know uh, parents are not sure. But in 2025, if I do that, that's not relevant, I think, as my read of society. Today, we live in the era of situationships. True. And what that means is, what is situationship? It's like a confused relationship, sort of. So instead of saying that how to convince the parents, or parents are not sure, what if the boy and the girl are not sure that this is the right thing to do? What if they feel it's just like some attraction or it's some crazy lust, but we will not be with each other? Like, how do you know someone is the one to be with forever and ever? That I felt is fascinating today, because I think a lot of young people will resonate with that, because that confusion exists. Parents come to the next level. They can be hurdles, yes, but the bigger one is this the right thing to do? So once I got that, I delved on that for a while, and then I felt, okay, let's take a coupling which itself sounds a bit messed up. And that was a guy who's 33, divorced, and the girl who's 21, who's never had a boyfriend. So it is messed up, and literally that's the tag name of the book, 12 Years, My Messed Up Love Story. So I felt that would make a fresh love story, and I should do this. So I came back to romance.
Thank you, sir. So, the story features a 33-year-old divorced man and, as you said, a 21-year-old inexperienced girl, a dynamic which many have criticized as perhaps one step towards grooming.
Wow, that's a strong word. Go on. And what else have they said?
They've said you fetishized.
Fetishized, okay.
Yes, the purity culture.
Purity culture.
These are some of the things, the comments that have come just after your teaser was
What,
released.
what is pure? I mean, I'm sorry, I don't think this way. So trying to understand purity culture means what.
I think it has to do with, the girl being inexperienced and the boy being a divorcee. So it stems out of
So
that.
who's pure? The girl's pure, and the guy who had a divorce is impure. Trying. Okay, I don't know what. I think it speaks more of the mentality of the
Yes.
people using these terms.
Yeah.
I think you should be extremely careful using terms like grooming.
Yeah.
Grooming is a term that refers to minors. When minors, by definition, by legal definitions, is 18. In our country, many countries, it's maybe even a different law or whatever, but it's 18 mostly the world over. And if someone is under 18 and they are groomed by an older adult for a potential sexual encounter, that is called grooming by manipulating them. And therefore, it is believed that the person who is not an adult cannot make their own judgments, and they cannot sign documents, they cannot open bank accounts, and therefore they cannot make decisions about their own life on who they want to be intimate with, which is very different from what is happening here, where this is a 21-year-old girl who went to Stanford, who was a topper, who joined a private equity, which is a Blackwater, which is like one of the top jobs in the world, makes a lot of money, cracks deals, and now she's chosen to be with this guy who she finds a connect with. To say that a 21-year-old girl who is studied and worked hard is still not able to make her own decisions and therefore is groomed is, I think, a disservice to women and to feminism, really, because you're infantilizing women. What age is okay then? 22 is okay? 24 is okay? I don't know. So let's decide. Is it different? Then should we remove property rights and voting rights and right to work? A 21-year-old girl can be an IAS officer. Should we remove all that? Because I think people saying this should be very careful when they are trying to get some views and engagement on Instagram, but words like grooming, pedophilia, I've seen some written like you've been kind, but the kind of it's very dangerous to say that, and it takes away from the genuine cases where this is happening. That is not what is happening here. They just seem to have an age gap, and that happens in society. I have always done books which mirror Indian society and something that has an intense conflict. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Thank you, sir. I want to ask you, is the role of the author, and particularly a youth influencer as yourself, to tell stories of the world as it is or to imagine the world as it could be
Or should be,
or it should be?
according to the
Yes.
guardians of morality of
Yes.
Instagram India.
Various guardians of
Yeah,
morality.
and
Yes.
on that week, what is the morality going on? Like if some celebrity couple has gotten married and they look cute together and there's an age difference, then it's totally fine, because then they're expressing themselves. But if suddenly the mood of the day is that this is, let's criticize this. So I think firstly, what is morality, what is absolute morality, is a very slippery slope. And I don't think an author who wants to connect with the entire country, which I try to, my books will be read in Kanyakumari and Guwahati and Jammu and Bijnor, can actually start running morality classes in fiction novels. That is not what I ever wanted to do. I want to tell stories that people get engaged with. And for that, I have to show what's happening in society. If I have chosen a story which is implausible, which is just doesn't happen, or unrelatable, it will flop. I mean, I'll be taking a huge career risk and this book will flop. But if it's a bestseller, if it's connecting and people are discussing it, it means it has resonated somewhere. So I think these things happen. I mean, we have examples all over. We have celebrity couples who are much bigger age differences than what I've shown. So I think what is matters is the treatment of the book. I have not shown a guy who's just using her. I mean, he's hopelessly in love with her, or at least that's what he thinks. And I think that treatment matters. But an author should be allowed to write whatever they want to write. You can even argue, although this book is not. Supposing someone wants to write a story about grooming,
Yeah.
we cannot write it. Even if you want to demonstrate that this happens,
Yeah.
like I don't want murders to happen,
Yes.
but I write murder mysteries. And I think it's again infantilizing the audience or readers to think that they will read a book and start doing that. But you on Instagram making those comments are the wise one. No. you're not wise. People know. People know what is right. People know what is a story. And people know when a story is being told for fun. I mean, 50 Shades of Grey. People didn't start beating each other up after that, but they enjoyed that story.
True.
Let's just leave it at that. It's a fantasy. Sometimes we want to indulge in fantasies. It doesn't mean we actually do it.
That's right. Coming back to the book, if you had to answer your own question, how do you know that someone is the one?
It wasn't an easy question to answer. And that's why there's a whole book. Whenever there is a question which seems very simple but has a very complicated, nuanced set of arguments around it, that's what makes a good story. Because there are many, many points of view
Yeah.
on how do you know someone is the one. If there was a neat answer, that would be 4 lines, 1 paragraph, and then you're done.
Yeah.
But honestly, you don't really know. But it has certain factors. It has something to do with longevity.
Okay.
It has something to do with emotional connection. It is something to do with um, how you feel in their presence. It is something to do with what is the non-sexual relationship between you guys.
Yeah.
I think if that, these are indicators on how, but sometimes it's very confusing because sometimes, like in this case, um, and that's why I had to show it. So sorry for the guardians of morality, but the sex is amazing between them. They have amazing sexual chemistry, and it flows. It's natural. It's just you can tell the girl expresses herself like she never has with any other man. Um, and that confuses you, that is this just lust? Am I just exploring my sexual curiosity because I'm young and I want to see what this is? Or is it really love? Is the sex good because there is actual love? Or because the sex is good, this is love? And I think those are confusing things. That's why you have to read the book.
Yeah. So, your protagonists are, especially the 21-year-old is Gen Z. How different are they from the leads of some of your previous bestsellers, especially in the early years?
The biggest difference I find in treating love stories today versus
Yeah.
like 10 years back or even 20 years back when I have written is technology.
Yeah.
Today, a lot of the relationship dynamics happen on WhatsApp.
Yes.
So there are scenes in the book where she's ghosting him,
Yes.
and he doesn't know the term even ghosting, and he's older, and he's like, why is she not replying? And like 7 hours have passed, and I see her online, and she's not replied. But for Gen Z, it's thing. I mean, it's apparently there is a certain, even I don't understand it, but it's okay to not reply or scene zone someone, and you shouldn't double text or triple text. And I think these dynamics are all new when she is um, stressed or upset. She disengages.
Yeah.
I think some of those things are very Gen Z. I tried to bring those out, and he gets very confused about
Yeah.
it because we are from the generation, I mean, not me, but Saket at least is like 10, 12 years older than her. So he's from the over communicative generation,
Yeah.
maybe.
So it's been 20 years since Five Point Someone, which was made into Three Idiots, was released. And it's been around 13 years since What Young India Wants. What changes do you notice in the ambitions and challenges of today's Indian youngsters?
Honestly, I feel the ambition levels have gone down.
Okay.
Honestly, if you ask me from time, this somewhat like there's a certain comfort which has been brought in again by technology.
Yes.
The phone is an excellent source of entertainment and it's very cheap, the GB data. So you can get endless entertainment, whether it's watching cricket or watching OTT
Right.
or short form videos in Reels and YouTube. And it has had the effect of numbing the youth a little bit. And you can call it that they're content, or you can call it that they don't have as much aspiration. It's the way you look at it is, "ठीक है, what's the point of aspiration?" I think we need aspiration. I mean, if you want GDP growth, you need hunger.
Yeah.
If the youth doesn't want to get ahead in life, how will India get ahead? So I think I find that big difference.
Right.
People are content. Per capita incomes have increased. Our
Yes.
economy has grown 6-8% last 10 years. So
Right.
you're talking an India where people aren't so worried about getting food.
Yes.
Like you can get cheap snacks, food, and you can watch content.
Yeah.
And life's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. So I think somewhere down the line that is killing aspiration.
Yeah.
Um, and that's just where we are right now. Well, not everyone.
Yeah.
There is always some 1%, 2% of people who want to really get ahead.
Yeah.
But in general, there is, I would say, Indian youth is not very ambitious. And that's a bold statement to make, especially compared to 15, 20 years ago.
That's true. Sir, how different would you have written Five Point Someone if you were to write it today?
Wow. Well, firstly, today I'm very aware that I'm a successful writer. Five Point Someone was written as a complete innocent purity. It has that purity fetish, I don't know, but new word I learned today. Uh, so it has certain purity to it, which if you think today, like me knowing, but if I was to write today as a fresh writer, it's changed because it's written in an era of 90s. There were no phones like in people's pockets. So if they were guy friends, they would like literally hang out with each other all the time, and really nobody would ever check their phone. So I would say, and that also meant that if you're in the hostel in IIT, that's your world. You're not interacting with anyone. Whereas today you can WhatsApp with your friends from school back home. I think it'll be a very different dynamic today in that kind of a story. Um, People can take photos and videos. So having an affair with the professor's daughter wouldn't be that easy. Someone will see it and post it. So it'll be a different story, you know.
That's true. What about Two States?
Two states also, I mean, like I said, technology would be there. I think, like I said, it was done 15, 16 years ago, but it was very sweet. That boy and girl love each other. We'll just try hard to. You come and convince my parents, I'll come and convince your parents. I don't think it's we maybe those were simpler times. It's not
Perhaps.
like it'll be more complicated. It'll be more 12 years
Yeah.
where it's like there is no way. We are not like there it's still reasonable people and he could win them over by
Yeah.
charming them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here they say no. No dude, no. No. You're not getting married to a daughter. We are gents. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
I don't want to see you here
Yeah.
ever again. That's it.
Yeah.
And you saw, I don't want to put spoilers the way
Yeah.
like it happened and all.
Yeah.
So I think it's different today.
Okay. So you've been credited with bringing millions of first-time readers into English books. So how conscious are you of that legacy when you sit down to write today?
Not when I sit down to write, but I'm conscious when we edit
Yeah.
because that's how I edit and that's the brief I give my editors. We have to keep the book simple.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's a tendency to use a better word in English.
Yes.
Like instead of sad, you may want to say melancholy because
Yeah.
that's representing it better.
Yeah.
But to me, that's a problem.
Okay.
I mean, if we really have to use melancholy, I
Yeah.
could. It's not. But if you don't have to use it, I'd rather stick to sad because a lot of India understands sad and a lot of India doesn't understand melancholy.
Right.
So we try to simplify the language.
Yes.
We try to keep it flowing,
Yes.
not dumbing it down. The story retains its essence, but use simpler vocabulary.
Yeah.
That part I'm aware because then I can confidently tell people, even if you never read books, please pick up this book. You'll be fine. So my co-readers are there. They will hopefully pick up the book, stay with me.
Yeah.
With every book, I try to get some new people who never read a book. And that happens to me a lot whenever I go, I've never read books, but I picked up your book.
Yeah.
And then many of them go on to read other books.
Yes.
But that gateway into literature is Chetan Bhagat. And that I think is a good thing. It's not gateway into cocaine. It's a gateway into like books.
Again, coming back to something your critics say, they call it light reading.
Yeah. It
so
is light, yeah. Should be heavy?
Not like
Should there be no light reading in this
it's
world? I mean, I've never claimed to be
yes.
more than that.
Yeah.
Light doesn't mean it doesn't have impact.
Yeah.
Light doesn't mean forgettable. It's light to read. But if you're remembering Two States, which came out in 2009,
Yeah.
and you don't remember any other book release from 2009,
Yeah.
then is it really light? I don't know. I mean, it's probably the heaviest thing you read, in the sense that it carried a lot of weight
Yeah.
of impact,
Right.
but not mental effort.
Right.
Books can be entertaining, believe it
Yeah.
or not, and I think a lot of people have a problem with that. And that's what the biggest problem is, that he's just writing fun books. But books aren't fun. Why not? We are competing with reels, we are competing with shorts, we are competing with Netflix, movies, radio,
Yeah.
Spotify. It's insane.
True.
And I'm not even allowed to write fun books and light books. It should be heavy for it to be taken seriously. I mean, I think people should re-examine this. We have killed the books industry anyway, and we will just murder it like this completely. Like, we have to make sure that we stay relevant. If people are used to seeing easy, light content, books also have to be welcoming. It's not like, "Arey yaar, kyun utha liye? Why did I pick up this book so heavy? Go back to reels."
So you say that we've already killed the books industry. Could you tell us
We've
what
killed
is the
it by this
situation
kind
now?
of mentality that the
Yeah.
books have to be heavy and the books are not serious, and he's not. If the books are not serious, he's not a serious writer. That's a big, stupid thing to say. If a writer is being read all over the country, you have to take him seriously.
Yeah.
And you are, actually, by commenting on me on my 12th release in the 21st year
Yeah.
and saying, "I've read all his books, they're all very bad." Then why do you read all my books? So, it's, and I'm not even trying to be taken seriously. I've never done that. What I'm trying to say is, we have to make people read.
Yeah.
And whatever they want to read. And if someone is doing that in 2025, in the age of AI, in the age of all this video content, there is a man out there who's trying to make a living selling books and doing
Yes.
a good job at it. You have to acknowledge that.
Absolutely.
You cannot say, like, "Oh, but he's not that and he's not this guy." Okay, you have other preferences.
Yeah.
But you don't have to bring down. You don't bring down people who watch those reels. Why are you watching these reels? Why are you not? You just watch, and Instagram's enjoying. Why shouldn't we let books and the publishing industry have like a good set of readers? And so you want me also to go away from the scene? Then what do you want for books? Like 200 copies sold
Yeah.
all over the country, while, like, reels are being watched in the millions. That's like so silly.
That's very true, sir. So, what is the difference between the Chetan Bhagat who wrote 5 Point Someone in 2004 versus the one writing 12 years in 2025?
Well, I was 29 years old and I'm
Yeah.
51 years old. So that's the very big difference. And you change a lot with age. And I think I'm more mellow and mature, like
Yeah.
even criticism and all, I'm able to, like, calmly answer. It doesn't really matter. Um, I think the reason I write is for the internal joy of writing. I am happy with 12 years. Yeah, it's on the verge of release. I will track everything, what people are saying. But it's not the primary goal for me anymore. I really enjoyed doing this story. I feel I've done my best. And that is enough, which wasn't the case earlier. It was like, I want to be recognized, I want to get famous, I want to be number one, I want to blah, blah, blah. It's not that. So I think the internal reward is much better. Secondly, I do feel my writing is way better today than the flow. I don't know if you noticed, but like 5 for 7 is sweet and nice and innocent. But this book just flows like butter. It's like you just start reading it and you will not be able to stop. And that effect comes after decades of, I think,
Right.
practice.
Does writing flow as easily now as versus the first time when you started writing?
It's not easy. It's never easy to write it. It's easy to read. But it's truly difficult to do something original after 20 years of people reading you.
Yeah.
So that part is not easy. But definitely I'm able to judge my writing better. I'm not so defensive. And I'm able to tell that, no, I didn't write good today. This scene is working.
Yeah.
This is not working.
Yeah.
This is really come out nice. That experience teaches you.
Yeah.
And there is a certain flow. I'm able to cut better. If I've written a first draft and I know that it's a good scene, but it's not working in the story, I'll just take a pen and cut it. Gone. When we are new, we get very attached to what we've written. I'm sure it happens in journalism as well.
Yes.
You feel like, I have written, it's gold, man. I can't cut
Cut
but
this.
it's not working.
Yeah.
So there is Like this book, there was 40% more book,
Yeah.
which I had to throw out. All good scenes,
Yeah.
amazing scenes between Saket and Payal. Lot more sex scenes, by the way. They had to be thrown out because I felt I've made the point
Yeah.
that they have a great sex life.
Yeah.
Now it's like just getting extra. But, they were beautiful. I mean, they were just perfectly done, but I had to cut it. So all that comes with age,
Right.
where you are not so attached. You just like, okay, it's not
Yeah.
personal, it's not working, some other time.
So most of your novels, as we said, have turned into movie adaptations. So do you keep this in mind now when you write?
No, I try not to. I deliberately try not to because that takes away from the joy of writing
Yeah.
and truly expressing. And the best example is my previous book. This was called 11 Rules for Life.
Yes.
That was a motivation book.
Yes.
No way it can become a movie. I mean, it's not a movie.
Yeah.
But I wrote it. It took me a lot of effort to
Right.
write it. I mean, if I just wanted to write movie material, I am not so fascinated by cinema anymore. A, the film industry is going down.
Yeah.
B, I've done 6 movies. They just happened.
Yeah.
Right? And C, the joy is in the writing and creating for me from blank piece of paper. Adaptations, Indians care a lot about movies. And a lot of people don't read. And they're too lazy to read, honestly. So they like, movie bana do. And for them, I'm not going to live my life.
Okay.
I love writing.
You
I
love
like creating characters.
Yeah.
I like creating scenes. I like creating the magic that once you read, you feel like you know Saket and Payal. And it was just blank piece of paper.
Yeah.
Whether it comes on screen or not, it's interesting.
Yeah.
I will send the book out to producers.
Yeah.
But I just don't have the patience and bandwidth to suck up to them,
Yeah.
hang out with them all the time, convince them. I know it's a great story. It's better than any of the crap you guys write. But to convince them, no, but this is good. Yeah, your last movie was very good. No, it wasn't. This is better. But I have to suck up to you because I want a contract from you or whatever. I just can't do it anymore.
So you've reinvented yourself time and time again. You've been an author, but you forayed into different things, maybe screenwriting. You've also like myriad things. What is next for you?
Just this, that focusing on creating a few very high quality pieces of work, high quality according to me,
Yeah.
not according to any critic or anything. I should feel like I have done something amazing. For me to do a story about a stand-up comic, which means I had to write comedy pieces.
Yeah.
He has to perform. He performs many times in the book, so he has to make people laugh. And who's going to write that material? I only have to write it. So I had to learn the whole skill of how is comedy writing work, stand-up, write those, keep the good ones, throw away the bad ones, make sure it's working. And it was very satisfying for me. So with each project I do, each book I do, I want something in it that really pushes the boundary for me. And my people who read the book also feel like it's a Chetan Bhagat book.
Yeah.
He's still got that touch, but it's still something refreshing about the story. It's not seeming like the earlier stories, but it's still comfortable. Like you've come to a good restaurant,
Yeah.
I will surprise you with a new dish,
Yeah.
but it's still that restaurant where
Right.
I will not totally change the cuisine.
Yeah.
So I think that to me, if I do a few more of those books, that'll be good. I'm 51. I want to slow down the pace of work. I want to take care of myself and focus on a lot of other aspects of my life which are non-fame, non-career related, which I've ignored to build this huge brand. And that would be a nice thing to do now.
Thank you so much
Thank you.
for being with us. So your books have not only entertained but also shaped cultural debates in India for decades. Whether readers see 12 years as a romance, a cautionary tale, or something in between, it has already succeeded in sparking a national conversation about love, power, and responsibility. We'll be watching closely as the book makes its way into the world, and perhaps, like so many of your earlier stories, onto the big screen. Thank you so much for being here,
Thank you so
Chetan.
much. Thank you.